6. South Hills. This small neighborhood of 899 people is located just south of Heritage Hills and is one of the most dangerous areas of the city. The area seen 56 total crimes last year, which translates to a crime rate 62 per 1,000. This number is 169% above the national average. Out of those 56 crimes, 12 were violent crimes and 45 were property crimes. The most common crimes here are going to be thefts and car break-ins. Number 5, Madison area, located directly south of the South Hills neighborhood, is Madison area. This neighborhood is one of the most notorious in Grand Rapids for crime. The area sees some of the highest crime totals in Grand Rapids. Last year specifically, Madison saw 112 crimes with 33 being violent. This neighborhood sees high numbers of assaults, thefts, and vehicle thefts. Your chances of being a victim in Madison area is as high as 1 in 25 in certain parts. Number 4, Oakdale, located in the southeastern part of Grand Rapids. This neighborhood is not a stranger when it comes to violence, seeing 37 violent crimes just last year. Violent crime rates in Oakdale are nearly 4 times the national average at 15 per 1,000, which leaves residents feeling unsafe. The overall crime rate here is a ridiculous 60 per 1,000. This is 161% above the national average. If you find yourself riding down Kalamazoo Avenue, it's best to exercise caution. Places to avoid when visiting Akron, Ohio, Part 2. Number 3, Sherbondi Hill. When your chances of being a victim is as high as 1 in 21, it's probably not the best place to visit. Located in the western part of Akron, Sherbondi Hill is known for its high crime rates. The neighborhood seen 323 crimes last year, with 66 being violent. The violent crime rate here is 3 times the national average at 12 per 1,000. Number 2, Summit Lake. Located in the southeastern part of Akron, Summit Lake is one of the most dangerous areas in the city. The neighborhood has an overall crime rate of 58 crimes per 1,000 people, leaving residents concerned. Last year, this neighborhood saw 179 crimes. 37 of those crimes were violent. Number 1, Middlebury. The most dangerous neighborhood in Akron is Middlebury, with a crime rate of 63 per 1,000. It shouldn't be a surprise. The neighborhood saw 318 crimes last year, with 65 being violent crimes. A crime is said to occur in Middlebury every 20 hours. Your chances of being victimized in this neighborhood can be as high as 1 in 8 in certain parts, which is unsettling to think about. Places to avoid when visiting Akron, Ohio, Part 2025, Part 2. Number 7, Waycross, Georgia. Waycross might not make headlines like Atlanta, but its crime profile is alarming for a city of just over 13,000. In 2025, residents faced a violent crime rate more than 2.4 times the national average, with aggravated assaults and robberies leading the charge. The city recorded 7 unalivings, and central neighborhoods saw the highest concentration of incidents. Property crime is also a major concern. Waycross residents have a 1 in 14 chance of being victimized, and the total cost of crime is projected to exceed $18.6 million, or $529 per resident. Number 6, Moultrie, Georgia. Moultrie, with a population under 15,000, has one of the highest crime rates in Georgia relative to its size. In 2025, the city reported 4 unalivings, and its violent crime rate was 123% higher than the state average. Assaults and robberies are frequent, but what really pushes Moultrie into the danger zone is its property crime. Residents face a 1 in 21 chance of being a victim, and the city has one of the highest vehicle theft rates in the state. Number 5, Brunswick, Georgia. Brunswick is a coastal city with just over 15,000 residents, has long struggled with crime, and 2025 was no exception. The city recorded 4 unalivings, and its violent crime rate remains more than twice the national average. Assaults and robberies are common, but Brunswick also sees a high volume of property crimes, especially burglary and vehicle theft. Despite recent efforts to reduce crime, Brunswick continues to rank among Georgia's most dangerous cities due to its persistent mix of violence and theft. Places to avoid when visiting Georgia 2025, Part 3. Number 4. Cordele, Georgia. Cordele may be small, but its crime rate is anything but. With a population under 10,000, Cordele recorded a violent crime rate of 17 per 1,000 residents, the highest in Georgia. Assaults and robberies dominate the crime landscape, and the city's 2025 crime cost is projected at over $31 million, or more than $2,000 per resident when intangible costs are included. Number 3. South Fulton, Georgia. South Fulton is a city of contradictions, boasting suburban sprawl and new development, yet plagued by some of the highest violent crime numbers in Georgia. In 2024, it reported 21 unalivings, 593 aggravated assaults, and a violent crime rate of 6.61 per 1,000 residents. But what's especially alarming is its motor vehicle theft rate, which ranks among the highest in the nation. The city has also become a hotspot for illegal party houses, with recent shootings and a fatal hit-and-run tied to unregulated events. Number 2. College Park, Georgia. College Park continues to top Georgia's danger rankings, not just because of its crime rate, but because of how concentrated and persistent the violence is. So far in 2025, the city posted a violent crime rate of 15 per 1,000 and a property crime rate of 71 per 1,000, both among the highest in the U.S. What's more, a crime occurs in College Park roughly every 76 minutes, and residents in the Northeast neighborhoods face a 1 in 11 chance of being victimized. Number 1, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia's capital, leads the state in total violent incidents, with 168 unalivings in 2024 and over 40,000 reported crimes in central neighborhoods alone. While the city saw a 16% drop in homicides in early 2025, aggravated assaults and robberies surged in zones like downtown and southeast Atlanta. The city's property crime rate remains high at 39 per 1,000, and residents in some areas face a 1 in 23 chance of being a victim. Atlanta's total crime cost is projected at over $10.9 billion, making it not just Georgia's most violent city by volume, but also its most expensive in terms of public safety impact. Places: Norfolk, Virginia, Part 2. Number 7. Chesterfield Heights. Chesterfield Heights sits along the Elizabeth River and carries a heavy legacy of economic hardship and systemic neglect. With over 30% of children living below the poverty line and household incomes lower than 91% of U.S. neighborhoods, the area struggles with deep-rooted challenges that often correlate with spikes in crime. While exact incident counts fluctuate, Chesterfield Heights consistently ranks among Norfolk's most vulnerable zones. Number 6. Cottage Heights. Cottage Heights might sound quaint, but its crime profile tells a different story. Norfolk's overall property crime rate is 40 per 1,000 residents, and Cottage Heights contributes heavily to that figure. The city also has one of the highest motor vehicle theft rates in the nation, and Cottage Heights is no exception. Residents here face a 1 in 25 chance of being victimized by property crime, and the area's proximity to major roads makes it a prime target for opportunistic theft. Number 5. Coronado, Inglenook. Coronado, Inglenook is a compact neighborhood with a population density of over 6,100 people per square mile, significantly higher than Norfolk's average. That density, combined with a high percentage of low-income households and aging infrastructure, creates a pressure cooker for crime. The city data index for Norfolk sits at 364.3, well above the national average of 199.8, and Coronado Inglenook's numbers mirror that intensity. While violent crime isn't the highest here, property crime and vandalism are persistent issues. Places to avoid when visiting Durham, North Carolina, Part 1. Number 10. Stadium Heights. Stadium Heights might sound like somewhere you'd catch a home game, but under the surface, it's one of Durham's most crime-prone pockets. Located within the 27707 zip code, residents here face a violent crime rate of 6.0 incidents per 1,000 residents, compared to the U.S. average of 4.0. Property crimes are especially rampant, with motor vehicle thefts and break-ins surging beyond city averages. We're looking at a 1 in 22 chance of being a victim of crime here. Number 9. Wellens Village. Wellens Village, located in East Durham's, tells a deeper story than its modest rents and tight-knit blocks let on. Violent crime in this area spikes to 7.2 per 1,000 residents, with aggravated assault and robbery leading the pack. Property crimes like apartment burglaries and package thefts track high as well, hitting rates nearly 40% above Durham's average. Number 8. Northeast Central Durham. Northeast Central Durham, particularly around Albright and the southern end of Golden Belt, is often ground zero for the city's most urgent crime trends. Northeast reports up to 8.1 violent crimes per 1,000 residents, with robbery and assault carving out a steady presence in weekly police logs. The annual cost of crime here reaches $1,311 per household, almost double what residents elsewhere in Durham absorb. Albright, in particular, sees heavy clustering of assaults, while Golden Belt straddles the line between revitalization and residual danger. Places to avoid. Texas, Part 1. Number 10. West End. West End. Lubbock might sound like a quiet pocket tucked away from the city's bustle, but the numbers tell a different story. With Lubbock's overall crime rate sitting at 41 per 1,000 residents, making it one of the highest in the country, West End contributes heavily to that figure. Residents here face a 1 in 25 chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime, and the area is particularly plagued by motor vehicle theft, which ranks among the highest in the nation. Number 9. Parkway, and Cherry Point, on the other hand, are a different beast entirely. This neighborhood ranks in the bottom 2% for safety nationwide, with a violent crime rate of 17.19 per 1,000 residents. That's nearly triple the national average. The cost of crime here is staggering, over $2,295 per household annually. Residents in the eastern part of Parkway face a 1 in 26 chance of being victims of violent crime. The area's demographic profile reveals deep systemic challenges: lower median incomes, high-density housing, and limited access to economic mobility. Number 8. Heart of Lubbock. Heart of Lubbock carries a name that suggests community and connection, but the reality is more complicated. With a 52% crime risk, this central neighborhood is far from safe. It's not just the crime rate that raises eyebrows, it's the concentration of incidents in such a densely populated area. The central parts of Lubbock, including Heart of Lubbock, see over 1,800 reported crimes per year, making it one of the most incident-heavy zones in the city. While the area benefits from proximity to downtown and some historic charm, it also suffers from aging infrastructure and transient populations. Places to avoid when visiting Lubbock, Texas.